What's up, guys? The Immortal Nerd here, and welcome back to Let's Talk Anime, where we talk about anything and everything that is anime. Now, it has been a while since I've done one of these, a sit down, let's talk anime segment. I know you guys are wondering what happened to the rest of the reactions and thoughts to the Haikyuu episodes. Like I said in one of my videos, YouTube took down 6, 7, and 8, and they gave me a strike for it, so I wasn't going to risk uploading the final 2 to get a second strike, and so I wanted to keep my record clean for the most part. So what I'll be doing today is reviewing, not another reactions and thoughts, not for right now anyway. I will be reviewing an anime series that I've watched about, a week or 2 ago. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. I know it's been out for a while, like since, I don't know, sometime last year. And I've seen previews for it, like trailers for it, coming out, and I was like, this looks pretty good. It kind of has that Attack on Titan feel to it. So it just took me a long time to get around to it because I was doing other stuff. But I finally got the time to watch it, and they really got into it on the first episode. Like, they didn't take it slow or anything like that. They're like, all right, here you go. We put you into this environment and enjoy. And that's what it was. And the series in all was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good series. We'll see. Okay, so the first episode, I don't remember any of the names. So the male protagonist, he's in a way like Eren, because like I said before, it has that Attack on Titan feel to it, and the story, well, the premise of it is pretty much like Attack on Titan. And so you got, these Kabaneri, or Kabane, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they are like, zombie mix vampire type of creatures that has been, roaming the earth for as long as the humans have, if not longer. And they are trying to be kept out by the regular humans with these walls. Not, really giant walls, because these Kabaneri are regular height or average height creatures, but they are kept out from these walls or inner gates that houses these train stations, and these are where the non-infected humans live, and there are multiple train stations within this country, which takes place in Japan. So that was like the first similarity right off the bat. You have these zombie type vampire creatures trying to, kill the rest of the humans, and the humans are engaged in these different sections of train stations that are guarded by gates. The only difference is, like I said before, these Kabaneris, they're not tall, giant creatures. They are average sized creatures, and there's a whole lot of them. And for the most part, all of them show some type of intelligence, or they're not like your typical zombie type of monsters. Like, they can all run really fast. And some of them can, through experience, learn how to fight or use a gun, because that's probably what they were before they were turned. What else? So let's see how to kill them. See, in Attack on Titan, the Titan, you kill them by cutting off a piece of the back of the neck to kill off, what was inside of it. With the Kabaneri, you can kill them by piercing the heart. Sounds easy, but what is being protected by the heart is this like iron rib cage type of thing, or iron cage type of thingy, that you can't really kill with any regular weapon. And since this is being like in the steampunk era, where the industrial area has been going on for a while, not many weapons and very few manpower are capable of killing these things. They only have a few of these that can do it. So it's not that easy. And you can't really get close to them because, like I said before, some of them have this experience to actually fight or use a weapon of their own. So they're pretty tricky. You can't really say that, okay, this is one type and this is the other. They're kind of hard to understand as well as the Titans. So let's see, what other type of similarities? The male protagonist, he's a lot like Eren, like I said. His family gets killed by these Kabaneri. It doesn't really start out as that. It goes in with him already a teenager, and he's a steam engineer or something like that. And he's working on this new invention on how to kill these Kabaneri, like this powered, I don't know what you call it, but some type of powered pump gun or whatever that's strong enough to pierce through the Kabaneri's iron cage heart, kill them all. And that's what he's been working on. He want to kill them all because they killed his family. And twist, he ends up becoming one. Not fully, but halfway. So he's a mix between a human and a Kabaneri. Put that together, you get a Kabaneri. That's what, the title of this show is called, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. The Kabaneris are the mix between the Kabaneri and the human. So they have a mix of the Kabaneri powers or overpowered strength, but they still have their human mind intact. Because I guess the virus starts as it can control your body, but as long as it doesn't reach your brain, you're good to go. You're still human for the most part. And this is what happens to him. He ends up finding a way to stop it to reach his brain. And he's, part human, part zombie vampire type creature. So the Iron Fortress part. The Iron Fortress is the train that they are living in when they go from train station to train station to get, food supplies or whatever, or when these Kabaneri infiltrate their own train stations. So this is where they live for like the rest of their lives until they kill all of these Kabaneris. Let's see. You have another character, I do not know her name, but she is also a Kabaneri, part human, part vampire / zombie creature. And she's quite a character. Almost kind of like Mikasa from Attack on Titan, a little bit. You have that one character that's like Armin, I don't know his name, but let's just say Armin is still living. And yeah, I'm trying not to spoil it too much if you haven't seen it, but yeah. What else? You do have an antagonist in this show, but I won't say who that is. Anything else? Let's see, throughout it. Any dislikes about it? Maybe one. With the male protagonist. He's, he has this, he proclaims that he wants to kill all of these, Kabaneris, and he's this, he has this, I don't know what you call it, top dog or bad boy essence, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm I don't know what you call it, but yeah. But he ends up, you know, being whack at sometimes, or weak, crying all over the place. Like he don't know what to do. Like he lost all motivation to keep his promise or to do his mission or whatever. And I guess that's kind of generic in some other shows like Attack on Titan with Eren. He said he wants to kill them all and do all of this. But when it comes down to it, in certain situations, he break down for the most part, like, I got a wooden stake stuck through my heart. I'm weak. I don't know what to do. I can't turn into a Titan, all that stuff. But somebody else has to motivate him to get the job done. And that's kind of like what the main character, that's kind of like what he is. He's that same mode. He fits that same mode. But other than that, it was pretty good. Like I said, it is intense from the start. Not like Attack on Titan where they started out slowly, where you see Armin and Mikasa, not Armin, well yeah, Armin too, Armin, Mikasa, and Eren, they are children at first, and you see the Titans coming in, invading their home, and killing Eren's family and all of that. Not in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. He's already grown up. They put you in right in the action, and a lot of killing is going on, and I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, okay, they really starting up, you know, the hype in the first episode, and it really doesn't let down. It doesn't at all. Later on in the show, you find out there are more Kabaneris, and the antagonist, he is trying to create this new form of Kabaneris, a new evolved form of Kabaneris, and it's pretty creepy. He's a pretty creepy guy himself. And he's also a Kabaneri, I believe, if I remember correctly. I think he is. Yeah, he has daddy issues. Like, it shows like flashback where his dad, you know, doesn't want him anymore because he found out that he was a Kabaneri, I think, or something like that. I don't know. And he want to take revenge on him. That's pretty typical. Anything else to talk about? Not really much, because it was only 12 episodes. Only 12. Which isn't that bad. It got the message across, the story across pretty good. Let's see. One thing I do want to point out is that, as I kept saying, that this show and Attack on Titan are pretty much parallel or very similar. That doesn't mean this Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress was created by the same author of Attack on Titan. This is false. I've seen a lot of people, like on YouTube or any, you know, anime websites, that believe that the same guy who wrote Attack on Titan, which is Hajime Isayama, yeah. They think that he wrote Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, which he did not. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress isn't really it isn't even a manga. It's just an animated series that was written by Ichiro Okotsu. I forget his last name, but Ichiro something. So, two different authors. That's like the main thing I wanted to point out. They're not by the same author, two different authors. It's just they're very similar. And I guess the guy was inspired by Hajime. I think I said that right, yeah. I'm not very good with names, but yeah, I think he was probably inspired by him to say, hey, this is a very good manga animated series. I want to try to adapt my own to something similar like it. Instead of it being Titans, it'd be Kabaneris, and instead of them being guarded up by these giant walls, just regular sized gates in a train station. Almost same premise, but not quite. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no. I don't know. But yeah, 2 different authors. Anything else? No, not really. No. That's pretty much the premise of the general story of the show. How it ended, I like how it ended. Does that mean it'll be a season 2 for it? I don't know. Some people are wishing for a second season. I don't know what would be the purpose. It'd be just like Attack on Titan, wanting to kill all of these Kabaneris. And they didn't really touch on like why were they there in the beginning. Like there weren't any scientists there that was intrigued on how they came to be, how they function. There wasn't really anybody like that, except for the antagonist, but he wasn't really a scientist. He just wanted more power, and he used those Kabaneri to get more power to create a new version of a Kabaneri. That was it. Wasn't really anybody that was wanted to know the history of these Kabaneris. Yeah, so will there be a second season? I don't know. I haven't really looked up on it. I'm fine if there isn't one. If there is going to be one, okay. But yeah, that's it for Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. It was a pretty good show. Like I said, it started off very strong, very intense in the beginning, and it really didn't let down at all. Anything else? No. Yep, that's it. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I know it's been a while. You can tell from my facial hair and my head hair. It's grown a lot. I'm actually growing my hair out for a little film that I'm doing with my buddy Mr. McBlam for his channel. It's gonna be dope. I'll let you guys check that out when we're finished with that for the summer. Next show for my Let's Talk Anime, I will be reviewing a series called Erased. I forget the Japanese name for it because it's very long, but it's called Erased, and that was a very good show as well. Another 12 episode series that was crazy. But I'll tell you more about that in the next episode of Let's Talk Anime. Please like, share, subscribe, get this out there to all the nerds in the universe, multiverse, and alternate dimensions. And I will see you in the next one. The Immortal Nerd, signing off. Oh, I almost forgot. If you want to check out my previous videos, I'll have those up on the screen somewhere and/or as links in the description below. Give those a view if you want. And thanks again. Nerd out.